What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Cris
And all.
podcast, episode 253, Big Energy Monday. Hope everybody's having a good day, whatever you're doing. You're at home, you're at work. We appreciate y'all tapping into the live stream. Listening on the playback, we appreciate you too. Leave a comment in the comments section. Got a few things to speak on NBA playoffs and some NBA, WNBA news. Also, we're going to talk some NFL rookies. What kind of pressure, or what players rookies do we feel have pressure going into the season? Also, we're going to talk some boxing, the Benavidez fight, the Inoue fight. What we thought about that, and the future, some future fights going on in boxing that can possibly happen, and some all random news. We're going to get some all random news, and of course, our BetUS Surefire Picks. So, before we get into that, Ma, how you feeling, dog?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Excited to talk about all the topics today, man. How you feeling?
Same. Feeling good. Ready to get into these topics and talk about how we feel about these games and stuff. So, all right, man. Let's get into some NBA news, though.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. NBA playoffs, man. Still heading in.
Bums, Mark.
Still heading in strong. Damn, why you gotta be bums, dog? That's crazy. But happy Monday to you, my brother. On Thursday, we'll keep it moving. The Knicks dominated the Hawks 140-89. Moving on to the next round. This game was over by the first quarter. First quarter was 40-15. They were up by almost as much as 50 points at halftime, man. So the Knicks dominated, beating the Hawks, moving on to the next round. Celtics on Friday lost to the 76ers 93-106. Tatum ended up hurting his left leg, I believe. I don't know if it was either the knee or the calf. There were conflicting reports on that. That series ended up being tied that Friday. And then the Timberwolves surprisingly closed out the Nuggets, winning 98-110. Jaden McDaniels, he had an amazing game. He had 32 points, 10 rebounds against Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves, they were without Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, Ayo Dosunmu, all three of their top guards, and it was still able to close out that series. On Friday night, my Los Angeles Lakers won 98-78, closing out the Houston Rockets, moving on to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. They will play tomorrow night. The Pistons extended their series on Friday, winning 93-79 with Cade Cunningham having 32 points, 10 rebounds. And the Cleveland Cavaliers lost, making us having a game 7 that ended up happening yesterday, winning 110-112. On Saturday, we had a game 7 where the 76ers won 109-100. Tyrese Maxey had a really good game, 30 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Joel Embiid also had a really good game with 34 points and 12 rebounds. Moving on to that series. Sir, with the 76ers winning on Saturday night, closing them out, man, what's your level of expectation for them heading into the next round with the New York Knicks?
I think they have a good chance of taking that series against the Knicks. Like I said, it's all on Embiid staying healthy, and if he can stay healthy, then like I said, they have a good chance with Maxey, Edgecombe, all those boys over there. I think they have a really good shot to taking it to Game 7 and beating the Knicks.
Yeah, I agree. I'll get your predictions here in a little bit. Next up, man, we had the Magic. They ended up losing Game 7 to the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to Paulo. Paulo, he was the only one that kind of really showed up in this game. 38 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Cade Cunningham, he had 32 and 12. And then the Raptors, they lost 102-114 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jared Allen had an amazing game, 22 points, 19 rebounds, and 3 blocks. I also made a list today about with some of the teams. We're going to go through this throughout the whole playoffs. Three things that I will that are going to be in question for the offseason for these teams, and then I'll get Chris's opinions about it. For the Suns, number 3, I have potential trades for Jalen Green to better the team. Obviously, he could be an asset that could better the squad. Obviously, they ran out a lot of assets due to the Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal trades. Number 2, I had they need to add a legit big men to the starting rotation. I know that some of the starters that they did have a lot of injuries, but I think they do need a big man. We saw what Devin Booker is like when they had the DeAndre Ayton, who was engaged. Obviously, there were reasons why he ended up getting traded. And then obviously, I think Devin Booker, he needs to really decide if he wants to win or not. I don't think this is going to be the squad that he can win with going forward. It will be a long time before they even are capable of competing in the West, like with the likes of teams like San Antonio and OKC. So what are your thoughts with my 3 offseason questions for the Suns?
No, I agree with everything you just said. And it's really hinges on really Devin Booker. What does he really want to do? Is he going to demand the Suns to get some players to either help him out, or is he going to go somewhere else and try to, win a championship and try to get a ring and, chase greatness, you know what I'm saying? And try to put a ring on his finger. So I think it just all centers around Devin Booker and what he wants to do. That's going to talk about the future of the Phoenix Suns.
No, absolutely. I totally agree. For the Magic, number 3, I have obviously we got breaking news. Jamal Mosley did get fired from the Orlando Magic. Mm-hmm. We all kind of saw that coming. There were rumblings before they even were able to do what they did in the playoffs. But obviously, number 3, they got to find a new head coach that can actually establish this team and build it for the future. Number 2, they got to decide between Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black as far as like if they're going to trade Jalen Suggs or Anthony Black, because they are so cap stricken. They're in the second apron, so they need to find some cap relief in that. And then obviously Anthony Black is due for an extension, so that's going to be a big question. And obviously, I think the biggest question for them is they got to find an offensive system that's going to be able to be compatible for Paolo and Franz Wagner. We've all seen the instability that they have on the offensive side. They did trade 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, hoping that he would be kind of like the solidifier to help this offense grow. But we all saw the problems that they had all year, minus the little stint that they have. So, what are your thoughts with my 3 off-season questions and moves for the Magic?
The Magic got to find a coach that can get the best out of their best players and on a consistent basis. Like we said before, even though they did make a little bit of noise in the playoffs, we need some more consistency out of Orlando going into next year. We had some high hopes for them going into the season because we thought that they, just needed another player in there, whether maybe they go get Giannis. But first, they got to solidify their head coach to try to get a Giannis. But they need a head coach that can get the best out of them. They need a guy who's proven, who's gotten the best out of players, who's maybe he may not have won a championship, but he can build a program over there that can vie for a championship or at least get to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals. But they got to get the best out of Pablo. They got to get the best out of Wagner, Bane, all those players. Maybe they add somebody else. I don't know, but yeah, that should be the main thing. Get a coach. They can get the best out of these players right here because the East is wide open. There's no reason why they shouldn't be right here trying to vie for an Eastern Conference final at the very least.
Nah, totally agree. Next up, we got the Toronto Raptors. For me, number 3, again, they need to find legit big man help, man. You could tell there was a big hole on the inside. The inconsistencies with rebounds, you kind of saw that. Me personally, I think they need to see if they can get any assets for RJ Barrett. I just think RJ Barrett is a player that I think they could move. I don't think it will be a detriment to the team. See if you can get some assets for him, whether it's picks or whether it's getting a better player that could fit in the role that he was fitting in. And then the number one question for me is, can Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes lead this team, be the 2 main cogs to lead this team to a championship run? I think that should be a big question that I think that front office needs to answer and pretty soon. Like, do you end up trading Brandon Ingram, see if you could get more assets for him to potentially bring in a bigger fish into Toronto like they did with Kawhi Leonard? So, what about you, man? What are some of the things that you would like to see with the Raptors?
I actually agree with your last point. Maybe you need to trade Brandon Ingram and go get a couple of players, maybe, and maybe not be one player. Maybe it's a couple players that can come in and fill out this roster and help this roster and be a little bit more, not to say he wasn't consistent because he was obviously the best player on the team, but get a couple of players on Toronto that can be, more viable as far as maybe you get one guy who's an offensive piece and then another guy who can be more of a defensive piece on that squad and, help out. Didn't you say they needed a big man?
I personally think they need big man help. You know
So
what I mean?
maybe you go get your offensive piece and get you a center, a power forward who can, help out on the glass, who can block shots and things of that nature for Brandon Ingram. So um, somebody who can kind of cover the offensive, stuff from Brandon
Yeah.
Ingram, but also get you a guy who can cover some defensive side on there that can help them out. And I think it's more so probably rebounds too to get second chance shots and stuff like that. So I would say that maybe the Brandon Ingram route probably be the best way to go get some more players.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Next up, I got the Rockets, man. Number 3, I got health. Was a big thing for them. Adams, Fred VanVleet, obviously KD dealing with his injuries throughout the playoffs. I think that's going to be the big thing. Get them healthy. Number 2, they got to find a way to develop Amen Thompson in offensive game. Like defensively, could be one of your best perimeter defenders. He's great with the switch offs, but he needs an offensive game, or he's just going to turn into Jared Vanderbilt to me. And then last but not least, do the Rockets go all in on a Giannis trade, or do they consider to go all in on a KD trade, knowing all the stuff that did happen with his burner accounts and the relationships he had in the locker room? I will say this: Ime Udoka in his closeout press conference, he did say that KD he still wants KD to be on his team. He still has a lot of ideas for him going into the future. So, what are some of the things that you would like to see with the Rockets going into the offseason?
Man, I don't know, dog. Like, I think they were doomed from the start once Fred VanVleet got hurt. I just think they have been chasing the point guard position. They ain't had nobody who can be that guy who can set the offense right, get KD in the best positions. Al Sangoon, like all them dudes, like they just been chasing it all year, and they never really tried to correct it. Really, they just kind of was like, yeah, we'll just get what's your name to do it, and it was just like it never was right. So they need to make sure they have a backup plan to Fred VanVleet just in case he gets hurt again. So they need a I don't know if that's in the draft. I don't know if they just need to go get them a solid, good point guard who can just come in and run the offense. He ain't got to be a scorer or nothing like that. Just come in, run the offense, get the ball to KD, dog. Get the ball to this, to the other players. So, and because the coach, we already know the coach is good. He's one of the better coaches in this league. And then KD, like, I don't know, dog. Like, just a little bit, just a little bit of leadership, my dog. Like this burner account shit and all that. Like you can get rid of that, dog. You need to stand up. I don't know if you've already done this. You might have. I don't know. You need to just stand up in front of the team and like, look, man, my bad, y'all. I was tripping, but we got to come together, get some chemistry going because I'm trying to win the championship. Okay. Like you got either that or maybe you need to go. Because obviously that locker room stuff, him, the burner account, it didn't help. You know what I'm saying? It did not help. So it starts with KD. You're at the top of the food chain. You are the leader of this team, bro. And they, if you are causing rifts and dysfunction in the locker room, it's never gonna be right. And y'all ain't gonna never win nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's a shame because, like I said, I think the coach is a really good coach, and I think he deserves better than that. So it starts with KD, man. He's got to get his mind to, you're supposed to be the mature one in this locker room. You the elder statesman, dog. So you got to come in there and be like, hey, man, look, my bad. I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to earn y'all trust again in this off season. We, I don't know if y'all gotta do some team activities or something. I don't know, but KD gotta fix this as far as being a team leader.
Nah, I totally agree. Move on to the Nuggets. Number 3, I think they need to find a way to keep Payne Watson. Obviously, they do have a lot of cap restriction that they do have. They need to answer. So I think keeping Payne Watson is going to be a big key for them. There are teams that are eyeing some of their talent, i.e., my Lakers and some other teams. Number 2, do you decide if it's time to trade Jamal Murray or Aaron Gordon? You know what I mean? I know there's been a lot of, if you talk to a lot of Nugget fans, a lot of Nugget fans are really too happy with Jamal Murray's inconsistent play. Obviously, Aaron Gordon, I think he's a big cog to that team, but he does have a lot of injury problems as well. But obviously, I think the biggest question is does Nikola Jokic sign his extension? He has a $300+ million extension that will be on the table for him this year. If he does not sign it, he will be a potential free agent next year. I think that would be huge news if he does not. If you looked at his press conference after the game, he did say he wanted to be a Nugget for life, but to me, it wasn't really convincing. To me, that's just me personally. So, what are some of the things that you need to see from the Nuggets this offseason for improvement or whatever?
Figure out Nikola Jokic. He's the engine that makes that team go. You know, I know everybody complains about his defense. We don't sign him to play defense. We sign him to score points. That's his job. We can get people around him to play defense. And maybe that's the thing they need to do. Get better on defense. Get some players on that squad that can play some defense. So maybe that might come to the detriment of trading Aaron Gordon or Jamal Murray. But I would tend to say trade Aaron Gordon because I still think that regardless of what you say about Jamal Murray, I just think him and Nikola Jokic got too much chemistry, dog.
Yeah.
You don't want to break that up. So I would see if you can get Aaron Gordon. Maybe you can get you a two-way player that can come in. He can score a little bit, but his game is he can play a little defense because that's what kicked y'all ass in this series. It had nothing to do with nothing else. Y'all couldn't defend nothing. Y'all let them backups coming in whoop y'all ass. Without Ant Edwards, without DiVincenzo, y'all lost. So y'all need to get better on defense. So, and like I said, figure out Nikola Jokic because the Nikola Jokic don't sign his extension, then we having a whole nother conversation about the Nuggets.
It's gonna get very interesting for sure. For sure. All right, next up, man, we'll go with the Portland Trailblazers. Number 3, I got developing young talent. Obviously, we did see Scoot Henderson get a little bit better, a little bit more consistent with his play. We've all been waiting for him to see that explosion. We saw a little bit of it in the playoffs. Obviously, Yang Hansen, the big Chinaman, who has a lot of promise, who does have a lot of game to him. Definitely see the development of that. Number 2, I got. Do you extend Toumani Camara, or do you let him? Do you decide to trade him for some assets? Relieve some cap space. Obviously, you got a lot of talent that's going to come back with Damian Lillard and stuff like that. So we got to see what's up like that. And then obviously with the Trailblazers, is this a potential Giannis spot for them? You know what I mean? They do have some young talent as well. Do they decide this team is ready to go all in, especially with Damian Lillard being back? So what are some of the things that you would like to see with the Blazers moving forward?
I would just say continue to develop your young talent that you got. Like you said, you got the big guy you just talked about. You got Scoot Henderson. He's finally coming around to develop into the player that we thought he was going to be. Just continue to develop. You got Dame Lillard. He's going to be your leader. Him coming back next year healthy, that's going to be a huge thing for them. Even if he's not what he used to be, if he's 85% of what he used to be, that's still a good guy to have in your locker room. You know what I'm saying? He knows the community. He's a good locker room dude. You never heard about Dame Lillard being a dickhead in the locker room or teammates not liking him. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely going to be the leader in that locker room. So I would just say develop the young talent, let Dame Lillard be the leader in there, just to take Scoot Henderson under his wing and help him get developed. And if you could add a Giannis, hell, sure. Who's going to say no to that?
Right.
But I don't know if Giannis wants to go to Portland. Like I think his sights are set on the bigger market. So but yeah, just continue to develop your young talent. Maybe you get a draft pick up in here that can, help you guys out too. But yeah, just continue to develop the guys that you already got up in here.
Nah, for sure. Totally agree. All right, we got 2 more teams. Next up, we got the Hawks, man. At number 3, do they extend Jonathan Kuminga? Obviously, they did make the trade. Did they like what they see? Do they extend Jonathan Kuminga? I think they should, but that would be a big question. I think they need to figure out what they want to do with Zachary Richardson. He was one of their top picks a year or two ago. He seemed like he's played himself out of the rotation, especially with the way things were kind of going. They got to figure out what they want to do with him, whether they want to keep him or trade him to a potential team that could actually develop him a little bit better. And then with the Hawks, again, I think this is Could this be a potential Giannis destination? Could this be a potential Jaylen Brown destination? Those are just some of the things that I have with the Hawks, man. So what about you?
Man, go get Jaylen Brown, dog. Go get Jaylen Brown, dog. You know what I'm saying? I think Atlanta, they just need something to cheer for over there, man. They just, you know what I'm saying? You get Jaylen Brown in there, at least you got somebody you know who could be a go-to guy who's shown that he's clutch in clutch situations. He's won a championship before, so he's bringing that pedigree with him. But yeah, go get Jaylen Brown, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like I said once again, who's gonna say no to Giannis? But I just maybe yeah, but I don't know if Giannis's wife want him to go to that. I don't know if the fan band wanted to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I think Giannis would be a prized possession out there, but especially with them girls out there.
Woo, I don't know about that. So, but no, Jaylen Brown, man, go get Jaylen Brown. He's still young. He's younger too. So go get Jaylen Brown.
Nah, no doubt. All right, last but not least, we got the Boston Celtics who ended up losing to the 76ers on Saturday. So my number 3 is obviously adding big man depth. Obviously, they lost Kristaps Porzingis. That's been one of their bigger questions. I think a lot of their bigs on the inside really overachieved this year. I think that's the big key phrase for this team. Definitely overachieved. I think that number 2. Is it time for Derek White to get traded? Obviously, the inconsistent play with him, especially on the offensive side. I know there have been talks about him being traded, especially during the trading deadline last year. Is this the time to physically just pull the trigger on the Derek White trade and add some better depth to that? And then number 1, do you keep the Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum tandem together? Obviously, you know, you kind of talked about it with him potentially going to the Hawks. He is from the Atlanta area, I think. But obviously, you had Jaylen Brown make some comments on his stream the other day, talking about this was his favorite season out of all, which is kind of funny. This was the main year where he was the main cog to the team. Could that mean something for him? So those are some of the things I have with the Boston Celtics. What about you?
I got another trade proposal. You just talked about it. You said they need a big man, right? Trade Jaylen Brown for Jonathan Kuminga and some picks.
Okay.
There you go. Now you fix your situation. Now you got Tatum and Kuminga. You got somebody down in the block with Kuminga. You got Jaylen Brown. He could be the man in Atlanta. There you go.
Okay. I think it'll take a little bit more than Jonathan Kuminga. It'll take a lot more than just Jonathan Kuminga.
That's why I threw the picks in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of picks. But there's gonna have to be a lot of picks with Jonathan. Where the Jaylen Brown. But hey, yo, the Hawks do have some. I'll say this: the Hawks do have some elite draft capital, especially this year. So I think that if any team can make a big splash this year, guaranteed, I think it would be the Atlanta Hawks, especially with the depth of this draft. So those we'll continue that as teams do get eliminated. But we'll continue with NBA news. We're heading into the conference semifinals, man. I do want to get certain predictions from my man Chris Styles. So we'll start off with this, man. Pistons and Cavaliers. I believe they will start tomorrow night. Who do you have winning that series?
I gotta stick with my guns. I'm going with the Pistons.
Pistons and what? Pistons and 6?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Keep it going. Next up tonight, we got the starter to game 1. We got the Knicks versus the Philadelphia 76ers coming off that big 3-1 comeback win against the Boston Celtics. Who do you have winning this series?
Sixers and 7.
Sixers and 7. Oh, man. Hey, Knickerbockers, I did not choose the 76ers. Chris did. Do not come in my mentions. Go at him, please. I beg you.
Flanagan, dog.
All right, next up, man, we got my Los Angeles Lakers playing the Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow night in OKC, sir. Who do you have?
Who?
Okay,
Lakers and Thunder.
Lakers and Thunder, yeah.
I know you don't.
No, that's cool. I respect. I get it. We are true underdogs, man. We are true underdogs. It's not gonna hurt my feelings.
I was gonna say sweep, but I say Thunder and 5. Thunder and 5.
Gentlemen sweep. All right, Mark's gonna be disrespectful. He just said broom. That's great. Y'all hate, man. Hey, don't sleep on my Lakers, bro. If we see you getting more disrespect. Are you drinking? Like, see, this is when I start at question, like, bro, you getting mad disrespectful today, brother. You good? This nigga said street sweep. That's crazy. Look, man, if we split the series 1-1 in OKC. Watch out, man. I think we might start hearing them Luka getting ready rumors, warming up. And then last but not least, I think this series probably could be the most exciting. And then we did get some surprising news that Anthony Edwards is questionable coming into this game. We all expect that he potentially would miss the first 2 games in San Antonio, but it looks like if not tonight, most likely game 2 that Anthony Edwards will be back. So that would be huge for the Minnesota Timberwolves coming off that big series win against the Denver Nuggets. So who do you have winning this series? If Anthony Edwards is healthy, ready to play, who do you have?
I got Spurs in 5.
Damn, Spurs in 5, even with the healthy Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, sorry. I love Ant, but he can't do it by himself, man. The Spurs team is a well-oiled machine, dog.
I get it, but this is their first real depth playoff run. You know what I mean?
It is.
Timberwolves have a lot of experience. Right. I agree with Mark. I think Spurs in 7. I think this is going to be a really good series, especially with Anthony Edwards coming back. I think it's going to be a good series. We're going to see, me personally, I think we see a little bit of the youth with the San Antonio Spurs. I think they are very capable of winning this series, but I think the experience, I think the tenacity that the Minnesota Timberwolves plays, I think the evolution of McDaniels that we saw in the last series, you get Anthony Edwards back. I think that boosts emotion. Rudy Gobert, with all the disrespect he's had, he's been one of the best defensive players in the playoffs so far. You get Ayo Dosunmu back, as long as his calf injury is in that series. I think Minnesota will give Minnesota San Antonio a surprise. That's what I'm saying. But I do agree that I do think San Antonio will win the series. All right, man. We'll keep it going, man. We got a couple WNBA news. Ozzy Fudge, she made some comments about her preseason experience so far. I'm gonna play this clip, and we are going to get Chris's comments. Oops. Started back up. All right, here we go.
How would you describe your comfort level still prepared? Honestly, I feel more confused. Like, I thought you could be physical anytime you touch someone it's a foul. So I'm not really sure whether to be physical, whether to, like, I don't know. So I'm still figuring that out. Yeah, you're still figuring this out.
So obviously that was Ozzy Fudd talking about her preseason experiences as far as the aspect of her, with the physical aspect of the game. Obviously she's been kind of hit or miss with some of her preseason games, and coming off obviously all the talk about her and Paige's relationship. What are your thoughts with her comments, man? And is it a big deal? No big deal.
Did you see her teammate? Her teammate sitting up there like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? That is a big no. You don't never in the preseason games like, I thought this was gonna be hard. Yeah, they gonna whoop your ass.
And then you're gonna
find out how.
Yeah. I just think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the PR so far with the Dallas Wings hasn't been a good look, man. It just has not been a good look. I just feel like I don't know. I could be wrong. Chris, is it me, or do you kind of start seeing the pressure amongst these two? Like these are the reasons why people had questions about. Now, obviously, I'm not going to bring their relationship involved because this has nothing to do with their relationship. But it's just going to bring such a light with her being the number 1 overall pick, and especially what we've been seeing from Lauren Betts so far in the preseason. Lauren Betts has looked amazing. She's looked amazing. If you have not been paying attention, she's looked like she's in a rhythm of her own. I've always said I think Lauren Betts should have been the move for this because I think it was just a better fit. But it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And I just think PR wise, I think the Dallas Wings have just failed massively. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that, but that's just how
I agree.
And last but not least, man, we made some news. Obviously, there have been some waves. Some players have been getting waived, during it. We got some news that Haley Van Lith, she got waived by Chicago Sky earlier today. Where would you like to see Haley Van Lith go for the future? What team do you think would make the best sense for her?
Shoot. Anybody who can use her, even if she's a backup point guard somewhere, like somewhere where she can get some quality minutes. I don't know where she can go. Maybe I don't know, Toronto, or maybe Portland needs some depth over there because I know they're both expansion teams, and Sometimes and those teams usually don't have a lot of talent over there. So
Mhm.
maybe she go to one of those teams and maybe even be the backup or maybe even start. I don't know, but I'm sure that she can go somewhere and give some quality minutes, even if it's off the bench.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I think I wouldn't even mind her going to like maybe the Connecticut Sun. I think that would be a decent move for
Yeah.
her. Either the expansion teams or anything like that. I think she's ultra talented, especially on the offensive side. She does leave some things to be desired on the defensive side, but I think she should make this league. Me personally, like when you guys got Kyle Kuzma on the squad, I think Haley Van Lith should be on the squad too.
Why does she got to get the stray, man?
It is what it is. But I think the biggest news with Waves has been, I think, with the Golden State Valkyrie. Obviously, they did let go of Ashlyn Jackson, but the big news was Marta Suarez, who got let go. Obviously, Marta Suarez was the key cog into the Flau'jae Johnson trade that everybody that was fans of the Valkyrie were a big uproar with. Well, what does this say with this move with the Valkyrie? Do you have any idea what they're doing, especially with the release of Ashlyn Jackson and her after the Flau'jae Johnson trade, especially with Flau'jae? She's hooping right now. She's hooping.
I just think that this is this ain't the first time we've seen this, but this is like a waste of resources, bro. Like you're waiving your first round pick. Okay, you don't think Ashlyn Jackson is good. Okay, fine. She's a second round pick. Even that's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
still, it's just like that's a waste of resources. What didn't pass on your draft pick or trade it away and give it to somebody who can use it.
Flau'jae, who you knew was going to be a superstar in this league. You're minus her helping the team out by being a great two-way player. She's going to sell tickets. She's going to bring stardom to Golden State. You don't think Flau'jae in the Bay Area wouldn't have been a smash?
Yeah,
with her rapping capabilities, her being a really good person, I'm sure she would have done a lot for that community. They need to establish a superstar face to that squad. I think it would have been like Steph Curry being added to, not saying she is Steph Curry, but in a sense, it would have been like, because she has a big personality. I don't understand that. So you traded Flau'jae to the Seattle Storm for Marta Suarez, and then you release her. Like you see certain people like, well, they're gonna pick her up on like I guess like their practice squad or developmental squad. I'm like, that makes no sense either. That makes no sense either. This is still a new franchise. Like develop on the court. What you talking about? Like you
telling me was your first round pick.
You traded her for Flau'jae, so now you want her to be on the development squad when you could have just had Flau'jae? What you need to trade her for then? Like, what'd you trade for her then? You traded for her because you must have saw something in her that may have fit the squad, but they like
it's like,
yeah, I don't
it's like the Raiders saying, "Nah, we good on Fernando Mendoza. We're gonna put him on the practice.
Yeah, we're gonna put him on the practice squad. Like, what are we talking about? Or no, we trade. Like we pick Fernando, then we trade Fernando for like Arvell Reese or something like that, and then we end up saying release Arvell Reese during training camp. Like that makes no sense, dog. That makes no sense.
Whatever team drafts AJ DeBanza, they trade AJ DeBanza for their Peterson, and then cut Peterson.
I wouldn't even say that because I don't even think Marta Suarez was even on Flau'jae's level. That's like AJ DeBanza getting traded for like the 20th overall pick, 25th overall pick, and then you end up just releasing said player or just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it, man. This is the WNBA stuff that just really doesn't make sense. But that's just me. But overall, man, the weekend WNBA season kicks off, man, on Saturday, man. Our Aces have been playing. What's your thoughts with the Aces so far, man? As far as like what we've been seeing, did they play another game? Did they have another?
Yesterday. They played yesterday. They lost to the Wings, but I don't take no account in this, dude. Like Asia Wilson said, she ain't played 5-on-5 basketball since October.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. I'm just talking about like just from what we've seen, but
from what I've seen, I think we're gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna be a problem. I think adding Kennedy Carter to the squad. I like what I'm seeing from Nalissa Smith. I'm even liking what I'm seeing from KB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like what I'm seeing from KB. I like what I'm seeing from. I like the additions of Brianna Turner. I like the Australian chick. I forgot her name. She could shoot. I like what I'm seeing from her. Some of the draft picks, I think they're putting a lot of resources in Janaea Barker. They having Asia Wilson stick right close to her, so I think they see a lot of promise in that girl. And even the other rookie girl, I think they see some promise in her too. So, like I said, I like what I'm seeing from the squad.
Nah, for sure.
I think we're gonna be 10 times better. And the crazy part is we won the championship last year. They're gonna be 10 times better this year than what they were last year. So that's scary.
No, it is. It really is. It really is. So we'll get, I think on Wednesday, we'll get our predictions. We'll get our MVP. We'll get our rookie of the year, coach of the year. We'll pick our conference championship games or our semifinal games, and then we'll pick our champions and stuff like that. So, you know, and then last but not least, we did get breaking news. Shams Charania just tweeted out that Minnesota's Anthony Edwards was a significant participant in Timberwolves shoot around this morning. He is aiming to try to come back in game 1. He wants to return, but the medical staff, they're gonna make a decision later today. But it's looking like Anthony Edwards will play tonight, so that would be huge. But that's it for WNBA and NBA news.
All right, man. So I wanted us to give at least 4 to 5 rookies, or how many rookies you got down. NFL rookies that have the most pressure going into just this season. I'm not talking about going forward. That don't mean that they can end up being better players than what they are their rookie year, but just the pressure of what they have going into this season. So I'm gonna go first.
No, go for it.
I'm gonna go first. Number 5, I got Makai Lemon. They're gonna trade away AJ Brown, and that's gonna boost her up, Makai Lemon, on the depth chart. He's either gonna be the 1 or the 2 with him and Devontae Smith. And if he doesn't have anything closer to production, because we already, me and you, we know how we feel about Makai Lemon. We feel Makai Lemon is a dog. But a lot of people knock him because of his size and, he's a slot receiver and all this other stuff. So if he doesn't produce this year and they trade away A.J. Brown, and we all know how that Eagles fan base is, there's going to be talks. National media is going to start talking. They're gonna get this dogging on this kid. Not to say that he couldn't return in his second year and be better, but I do think that there's going to be pressure on Makai Lemon to kind of have some of that production, especially being a first-round pick, and especially them trading up to go get him, is going to be pressure on Makai Lemon this year. Number 4, I know he dropped in the draft, but I do think that there's pressure on Ruben Bain from the perspective of if he doesn't produce, if he doesn't have at least 8 to 9 sacks this year, and he doesn't look like the defensive end, like he's just coming off the edge like he looked at Miami, a lot of people are going to be like, you see, that's why he dropped to 15. I told y'all. It's them short-ass arms, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they're going to say. If Ruben Bain doesn't produce this year, and then don't let Akeem Mesidor have a great season with the Chargers, they really going to be like, well, there you have it. It's Akeem Mesidor. He was the reason why Ruben Bain was getting off and all this other stuff. So I think Ruben Bain does have pressure going into the season, only from an individual standpoint. Number 3, Mansour Delane. If Mansour Delane ain't anything close to Trent McDuffie, boy, it is going to be gunshots in Chiefs Kingdom. If he ain't anything close to Trent McDuffie, because we all think Trent McDuffie's a top corner in this league, and if he ain't anything close to that, his rookie season, I got the proof in the pudding. I've talked to people. They are expecting him to step in day one. No excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about him getting burnt, smoked, none of that. If he don't produce with all the draft capital they gave up for Mansour Delane, if he don't produce his rookie year, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Number 2, I got Carnell Tate because, and I know I'm not expecting the Titans to go worse to first or anything, but what was the knock on Carnell Tate? He played opposite of Jeremiah Smith. You just drafted him with the number 4 overall pick. If he's not anything short of a high-end 2 fringe number 1 wide receiver, and he's only got like 600 yards and 2 touchdowns this year, they're going to be like, told y'all. He's a product of playing on the opposite side of Jeremiah Smith. He's the most least talented Ohio State wide receiver to come out in a long time. That's what they're going to say about him. Because even, you got Jeremiah Smith, you got Chris Henry Jr. coming up in the wings soon. You got Mika Ibuka. Even though he kind of hit a wall in Tampa Bay, he still was good for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We've seen what Chris Olave looks like, Garrett Wilson. Like, we've seen these wide receivers. Even people are kind of down on Marvin Harrison Jr. We've still seen it. Yeah. We've still seen him produce. We still see the talent. And with Carnell Tate, he's been kind of this anomaly of, he's not the most athletic. He's not this. He's not that. He played opposite of Jeremiah Smith. So if he don't produce next year, then it's gonna be some heads to roll. Yeah. And then number 1, I got David Bailey. In the standpoint of, if David Bailey don't have just as good or better season than Arvell Reese, especially them both playing in the New York market, they're going to be rumblings on there too, because they're going to be like, man, we should have took Arvell Reese.
Yeah.
We take him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all the talk about Arvell Reese possibly being Micah Parsons, and then David Bailey go out there and he got like 2 sacks and not a lot of pressures and all this other stuff. Like, I know he plays for the Jets, but still, they don't care nothing about that. They picked you number 2 overall. Like, you got to go out there and at least have 10 sacks.
Right.
Your rookie year. You got to be in the conversation of defensive rookie of the year. So if he don't, and Arvell Reese looks like the defensive rookie of the year, there's going to be some talks.
Yeah. No, I feel it. I had Ruben Bain as my honorable mention. I do think that there will be a lot of people, especially for him personally, just with where he was projected. But I think with him falling down, I think it does ease it a little bit. But if he was a higher pick, I think it would be a lot higher just with all the questions. But I got him as my honorable mentions. Number 5, I got Caleb Downs, because he is a huge proponent, because this team is striving for Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
He is a big proponent of them being capable of doing that, because what has been the big questions for the Dallas Cowboys? That defensive side, especially the secondary side of that. You know what I mean? I think we all seen with the Micah Parsons trade, they did make a lot of great upgrades from what they potentially had. It doesn't diminish who Micah Parsons is, but they did add a lot more depth because of that Micah Parsons trade. I think Caleb Downs could be the key piece. I think there will be a lot of pressure on him on that, just because of the expectation of the Dallas Cowboys of potentially being Super Bowl contenders. Number 4, I got Mekhi Lemon. Look, when you're trading your star receiver and you're going to replace said star receiver who has been one of the most consistent receivers in the league for years, it's going to put pressure, especially in the Philadelphia market. Like, you know what I mean? Like, AJ Brown was one of the main reasons why they won a Super Bowl a couple years ago. So if Mekhi Lemon, who we all think is going to be an excellent wide receiver, now can he be on that level of AJ Brown? I do not know. We will have to see. But again, there will be pressure on Mekhi Lemon. Number 3, I got Francis Mungwai of the New York Giants, just because of the asset of that. How many Jets fans were pissed off? They picked him over Caleb Downs. And based off that alone, I think Giants fans are going to put a lot of pressure on this young man. I think he will be fine. I think he'll be a great addition to that offensive side. But I just say there's going to be a lot of pressure because a lot of the fans wanted Caleb Downs ahead of Francis Mungwai, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on them. Number 2, I got David Bailey. When you're making a decision between David Bailey and Arvell Reese, there's always going to be pressure among that. You were the main choice. So if Arvell Reese balls out and you do not, sir, it's going to make a lot of noise. You are the number 1, 2 overall pick. And number 1, I got your boy Mansour Delane. I don't know how he's not number 1, especially with them trading up to get him, with the potential of him already being there. Obviously, maybe they did hear noise that New Orleans Saints was gonna get him. But you guys do have a reputation of not re-signing star cornerbacks that you guys do have. You had Trent McDuffie in the building, but you decided to trade him off to end up trading up to get Mansour Delane. If Mansour Delane, as you said very eloquently, you know better than me, if he does not perform, Chiefs Kingdom is going to raise all
heads are going to roll, dog.
Heads are going to roll. So I have him number 1. So that's
sure. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I just think with Mansour Delane, he could play well, but the defensive line could suck.
True, but
Peter was not good.
We know that's not good. Listen, you even said to yourself with Chiefs Kingdom people, dog, they're not the most reasonable motherfuckers. So you know what I mean? So they're gonna watch every rep every tape on Monzer Delane,
They
especially if Trent McDuffie's balling out with the
Bruh,
Rams. You know what I
they
mean?
weren't happy with Trent McDuffie
I know. So
last year.
it's gonna be worse for him.
And
Trent
even
McDuffie wasn't traded up for. Well, was Trent McDuffie traded up for?
Yeah, we traded up
Y'all
together
traded up for him?
because he was falling, and the reason why he was.
But that's
falling,
different. That's different though.
No,
That's different,
I mean
bro.
that's in the because we got him in
Yeah.
like the teens, like
Yeah,
teen
yeah.
20s.
Yeah, this is the
You
top.
trading
This
up
is the
to
top.
6
Yeah.
to go get a dude. You're telling me that that's Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
telling me that's Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. If he ain't a top 2, top 3 cornerback in this league,
Yeah.
people are gonna be mad. And he could be like number 5, which is not bad, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes.
Yeah. It is what it is. All right, man. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Introduce yourself to Magnet, the ultimate sports drink. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates the muscle cramps and fatigue when working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's power-packed electrolytes and rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, use promo code Cris and Mall to get $5 off your purchase. So don't wait. Again, that promo code is Cris and Mall to get $5 off your purchase. Get Magnet, push your limits, fuel your passion.
See why they got let go of.
No, I'm gonna bring it up on random news.
Okay. All right, man. Let's do our BetUS Surefire Picks.
Yes, sir. So for tonight, I got
Hold on, man. I gotta
I'm
do
tripping. I'm tripping, bro. I'm
Yeah,
tripping.
you love these picks, man. You got some money tonight.
My bad.
My man Mom said I got the Surefire today, baby. I'm getting paid.
My bad. I got ahead of myself, man. I got ahead of myself.
Out.
All right, man. I got the Knicks -7 against the 76ers. I got the Timberwolves +11.5 versus the Spurs. And then I got the Golden Knights. They're gearing up for their second round matchup with the Anaheim Ducks. I got them -1.5 against the Ducks.
I'm taking the Sixers +7 over the Knicks. I got the Phillies and I got the Tigers today. If you go to any of our social media platforms, you'll see the BetUS link. First time users only. Click on it. Sign up. Put the promo code JOIN125. You get 125% sign up bonus plus 10% gamblers insurance. That's 3 risk-free bets on $100 up to $5,000. That means if you bet $100 on your first 3 deposits and you lose, keep your money. So you can win some money, or you can keep your money, or you keep your money on your first 3 deposits. So go sign up. Tell them Cris and Mall sent you.
Mm-hmm.
And that does it for our BetUS Surefire Picks. And now it's time for Mall's Random News. It is now time for Mall's Random News.
Yes, sir. Random news. We're gonna try this new thing. We're gonna split up random news into 2 days, man, because man, it's growing in popularity. Cris loves it. You know, he loves this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these are a lot of topics that really don't make it to the main docket. They do make it to random news. We also love hearing Chris's opinions about other subjects outside of the Chiefs. So, sir, are you ready for this half of the edition of this week's random news?
Let's get it.
All right, man. First up, man, we had some big news over the weekend. All you flying lovers, all you Spirit Airline lovers, Spirit Airlines has officially ceased operations. It is no more. The budget carrier announced early Saturday morning that it was ceasing operations after failing to secure a $500 million federal bailout. Spirit Airlines did make a statement saying it is with great disappointment that Spirit Airlines has started winding down its global operations effective immediately. All flights have been canceled and customer service is no longer available. While we are not able to help rebook your flight on another airline, we will automatically process refunds for any flights purchased through Spirit with a credit or debit card to the original form of payment. We are proud of the impact of our ultra low cost model on the industry for the last 33 years and had hoped to serve our guests for many more years to come. They also add a link for more information. Frontier and other airlines, they did try to help stranded flyers through Spirit and all that. But overall, man, what's your whole thought process for Spirit Airlines going out of business with everything going on?
It's so hard. No. I rode on Spirit. I took some flights on Spirit, and I ain't never had no problems with them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they ever had like a accident, plane crash, or nothing like that.
I ain't never had no problems with Spirit. Now, yes, is it a la carte? But you gotta know how to work the system, baby. That's all.
Right.
You know, with your carry-on bag, you gotta know how to fold them things up, put that stash it in there. You good. You know what I'm saying? You only use Spirit if you're only doing a weekend trip. Now, if you're doing a week, 2-week trip, then yeah, you don't take Spirit. But if you're doing a little weekend fly-in, Spirit, cheap, you know, bam, go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Bam, go to Atlanta. You know, Spirit was very convenient.
Yeah,
it really was. So shout out to Spirit, man. I ain't never had no issues. Some people complained about Spirit. I think all these flights outside of Delta have been bad. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. Southwest has been terrible. JetBlue is cool, but it's even kind of diminishing.
JetBlue is not the same as it used to. JetBlue used to be my top tier plane of choice, but it's definitely
JetBlue used to be the creme de la creme. Now it's kind of diminishing in there. And United is terrible. They all
have diminished, man. It's really not the same experience anymore.
So shout out to Spirit, man. And I hope all those men and women find new jobs, land on y'all feet, because I know this economy is bad. Hopefully they get on with somebody else's airline or whatever, you know, whatever job endeavors, you know what I'm saying, that you guys can get, man. I'm praying for y'all, man, because I know that sucks losing your job that way. But shout out to Spirit Airline, man. Y'all had a good run.
Nah, man. Shout out to Spirit, man. Shout out to, again, prayers out to all the families that were affected with losing their jobs and stuff like that. I think they said it was about 17,000 jobs or something like that, which is insane. You know what I mean? It's just another group of people that got laid off, man, in a climate that doesn't seem like it's getting any better. So, man, prayers out to them. We'll keep it going, man. We got some news, man. Kid Cudi has announced that he fired MIA as one of his openers on his Rebel Rages tour. She was booed during a rant, which included lines like, "I've been canceled for many reasons. I've never thought I would be canceled for being a brown Republican voter." Cudi announced her departure from the tour on May 4th via his Instagram, he wrote, "Tour update, MIA is no longer on this tour. I told my management to send a notice to her team before we started tour that I didn't want anything offensive at my shows because I already knew what time it was. And I was assured things were understood. After the last couple of shows, I've been flooded with messages from fans that were upset by her rants. This to me is very disappointing, and I won't have someone on my tour making offensive remarks that upsets my fan base. Thank you for understanding, Razor." What are your thoughts with MIA being fired from the tour by Kid Cudi with some of her comments that she's made?
I mean, this is his tour at the end of the day. And if he has that type of power to get rid of you because you say some offensive stuff, then it is what it is. And if he warned you, hey man, I need you to chill out, and you decided to go in a different direction, then it's his right to say, okay, cool. Well, you can do it on your own tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to do those type of things, do it on your own account. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it on my account, because guess what? It's gonna come back on me. You know what I'm saying? Because you on my tour. You ain't the headliner. You opening up. So I'm not mad at Kid Cudi. He gave her a warning. He even gave her grace. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just get rid of her right away. He gave her grace. So if you don't listen to me the first time, I gotta let you go, baby.
Yeah. MIA knew what time it was. He even spoke to her before on tour, and for him to even give you this opportunity, knowing some of her past situations, it gets to the point where it's like, who's gonna even risk putting you on tour to jeopardize their tour like that. You know what I mean? You're kind of fucking up your money. So I get it. You have certain beliefs in which you have every right to believe. But again, it comes a point in time where you gotta think about, like, is this gonna affect my money, or do I need to just shut up and hold this in? And then once the tour is over, I can go back to saying what I want to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like we get to the point where I get everybody's talking about like freedom of speech, this, freedom of speech, that. Yeah, you got freedom of speech, but it also comes with consequences. People got to remember that at the same time. The freedom of speech is a beautiful thing to have, but if you go around saying the N-word to a whole bunch of black people and you get your ass whooped, don't be surprised that you get your ass whooped. Like, it's just the matter of fact. Or you lose your job because you are representing a company that doesn't promote racism or doesn't promote certain things. So if Kid Cudi has these rules that he doesn't want you to be a distraction on his tour, just come DJ and do what you want to do, he has every right. Now, if you want to start your own tour and do that bullshit, by all means, as Chris said, you have every right. It's your tour. You are the headline. But there is a reason why you are not the headliner of said tours anymore. This is the reason why you are the guest appearance for said show. So act like the guest, act like, don't act like, you're some host or something. Like, it just don't work like that. All right, next up, we did get some news. Obviously, we did announce that Hailey Van Lith was released, but we did get some breaking news about an hour ago that the Chicago Sky are adding Natasha Cloud to the roster. A huge addition to the team, which I'm surprised it took her this long to be added to the team because she's a great two-way player. But what are your thoughts with Hailey Van Lith being obviously released and then the addition of Natasha Cloud?
I mean, respectfully, I love you, Hailey Van Lith, but it was an upgrade.
It was a huge upgrade. Huge upgrade.
Now we understand what Chicago was doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I still stand by what I say. Hopefully, Hailey Van Lith lands on her feet. She does deserve to be in this league. I think she scored like 14 the other day. So obviously she could hold up in this league. And if she gets in the offense that accentuates her style, which is, she's a scoring point guard. She's not really a give you, pass the ball out, delegate the offense type. She's a scoring point guard. So if you can get somebody that could get her to come off the bench, give her some quality energy minutes, I think that she'll be fine. But getting to Natasha Cloud on the Chicago Sky, which I know we have a lot to say about Chicago Sky, but they've been doing pretty good with this roster this offseason.
They've done an amazing job, especially with all the questions that they had, especially coming off of the whole situation with Angel Reese and her getting traded and stuff like that. I think you have to kudos give the Chicago side standing ovation with the direction and change that they did with this team, man. So yeah, no, for sure. I'm excited to see what they do with the rest of the year. All right, man. Next up, man, we got some breaking news that Skip Bayless will appear on ESPN's First Take this Friday, reuniting with Stephen A. Smith for the first time since 2016. The reunion of the two former TV partners is described as a one-time show. This is VIA, the Front Office Sports. What are your thoughts with this, man? Are you intrigued to see Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless back together?
I guess it is what it is, man. Skip Bayless. Oh boy, had to come back to the old thing for one day. Huh?
Yeah.
But hey, man, you're doing your thing on that arena show. You still got that, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna give numbers because people are gonna want to see what they got to say. They're gonna talk about LeBron. They're gonna talk about whatever else. I don't know, whatever major popular Dallas Cowboys. That's gonna come up. So, it's gonna be vintage Skip, Stephen A. Smith. They're gonna yell at each other, scream at each other, give the people what they want as far as the entertainment value of that. Skip's gonna say some off the wall shit that's gonna make Stephen A. go crazy, and it is what it is.
Yeah. No, I get it. All right, next up, man, I'm gonna play this clip, man, from DJ Academics about some things on the Drake album, man. Play this, and obviously we'll get Chris's thoughts, sir.
Shit over here. Get him out. DJ Khaled, if we catch you over there, if we catch you trying to ad-lib something, you're not the best. Get out. Get the fuck out. Enough is enough. It's Iceman time. We don't want some of you niggas around this shit, man. The feng shui, you gonna fuck it up. Some of y'all niggas couldn't find a hit right now. Y'all like Ray Charles. Y'all like Stevie Wonder. Y'all can't find a hit for your damn self. Don't bring that bad juju, that cursed ass shit over here. Please. I heard Khaled coming in by we the best. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Get out. Out. Go home, Roger. Go home, Dominique. Dominique, go home. Go home. Go to Gunner's house. Khaled, go to Palestine. Get out of here, nigga. Get out of here. Yes, enough is enough. I don't want to see y'all niggas, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't know what side this nigga was talking about picking, but I hope nigga, you better be talking about a different side of Atlanta. I do not want to see him. Listen, this is chat. We should probably start talking about the accepted features. On the R&B level, you know, party, you're always welcome. I wouldn't mind seeing Bryson Tiller a little link up. I can't say that, you know. Giveon, Division, y'all all welcome to the party. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hip-hop, rap-wise, come on, Sexy Red. Bring that tatted up ratchet ass over here. You could twerk as like intermission. It's all good. You've been supporting Champagne for a long time. Come on. Come on, 21. 21, come on. Come on. Listen, bring your bag of diapers because you know your girl might give birth anytime soon. But come on over here. You good. You good. Come on, Future. It's been a while. Come on, Future. Come on, gang. Come on. We good. Yo, little baby, stop, nigga. Stop. Please stop. Stop. I don't know if you dumb, slow, or stupid. Stop. You can't read? Stop. Go back that way. That way. Go back that way. Khaled, you like what? Who like? Nigga, get the fuck on out of here, nigga. Get back on that jet ski and ride back over that way to the horizon. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. Hey, J. Cole, if you nigga, we gonna rob you of that tricycle if you ride one more fucking meter this way, we're robbing you of that tricycle. Get out of here, nigga. Go back to Ghana. Go play on the Shanghai Monkey League. Get out of here, nigga.
All right, man. That was DJ Academics, man. He on a little rant, stating on who he would like on the album and who would not like on the album. So he officially banned. If you couldn't hear him, he officially banned Lil Baby, DJ Khaled, and J. Cole. Allowed will be Party Next Door, Giveon, Bryson Tiller, Division, Sexy Red, 21 Savage, and Future. Overall, man, what are your thoughts with his list of banned and unbanned and his whole
Lil Baby would pistol whip the shit out of Academics.
Lil Baby is trash, though. I ain't gonna lie. He don't need to be on the album, though.
Now, we'll say this. Both his features that been with Drake.
Yeah, but Lil Baby ain't the same no more, dog. I was a huge Lil Baby fan. He ain't the same.
But him telling who is he OVO? Did he sign to OVO? Is Academics officially?
He's just a big Drake fan. Drake is
but who the hell is he?
He's just giving his opinion. Sexy Red is crazy. No one wants to see Sexy Red is terrible, dog. No one wants to see a Drake Sexy Red song. There has not been a great Drake and Sexy Red song. I'm cool. Besides that, do I need to see DJ Khaled on it? No, I do not need to see DJ Khaled. I'm cool. J. Cole, we knew we were not going to get J. Cole, so let me get it. Lil Baby, I don't want to see him on it either.
See him either.
Do I want to see Party Next Door? Yes. Do I want to see Giveon? Yes. Bryson Tiller? Yes. Division? Yes. Sexy Red? Hell no. 21 Savage? Yes. Future? 100% yes.
I want to see bars, dog.
Yes, I do. I want to see quality
bars. I want to see Drake rapping. I don't mind the singing. I don't mind the singing.
Fun shit. I want the fun shit. I want some fun Drake party summer songs.
Back in his element. I like Drake that talk shit, not against Kendrick, but talking shit.
Even that, like he don't need to talk shit about Kendrick, but
just the braggadocious Drake. confidence, swag.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I don't need all this other shit that academics, man. No.
Drake, listen to me, brother. Just drop heat, bro. Just drop heat. I just want some fun party songs in the summer. I want some bops. I need some great music. We need Drake. We just need Drake to be Drake. That's what I
See,
want. I want Drake to be
problem,
Drake.
my problem with DJ Academics is that at the very minimum, if he had had one interview with Drake,
Yeah.
and Drake was endorsing DJ Academics, like that's my guy, I rocks with him, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. You haven't had not one time that this man has
No.
said anything endorsing DJ Academics. Go watch his channel, go
No.
support my guy, go get his merch, go do this, go do that. It's been nothing. It's been all like he just feeding them stuff on the low.
Yeah, because he knows he's an outlet. At the end of the day, he's Drake. We've seen Drake on multiple streams. He's never been on DJ Academic streams. Never. Not
It's
once.
just like,
Not once.
man,
I don't even think he's made a phone call into a stream.
my man,
could be wrong, but-
what are we doing here?
He's just a big Drake fan, man. He's just a big Drake fan, man.
That's
All right, next up, man, we got some wrestling news that I've been seeing around. David Meltzer is reporting that Roman Reigns has been pulled from the June Raw dates due to him not working Night of Champions. Regarding Roman Reigns being pulled from June TV dates that were announced, the reasons we were told is that he's not going to be on the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, and thus there was no reason to do the TV's building that show. If he loses the title next week, of course, that will be a change, and there will be more to the story. If he retains, that's probably all it is. But Reigns is no longer scheduled for any television in June. Some people I saw quoting saying that there were some contract disputes or something like that because they're trying to redo some contracts and stuff like that. But you are the wrestling guy. What have you heard? What are your thoughts with this whole situation with Roman Reigns being pulled?
I just think Roman just don't want to go out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And in June they're gonna be like in Italy or somewhere else, like different spots. So I just think my man don't want to go out of the country. So that's why he's probably. And I think that's in between that. It's what's it called? Rumble in Italy or whatever the pay-per-view is coming up. PLE is coming up. But yeah, I just think he doesn't want to be, state. Now it's gonna be interesting to see what happens this Saturday because Backlash is this Saturday. And that's gonna be interesting. They're gonna let him drop, which would make sense because he just got the belt and he talked about he's gonna be there all summer.
Yeah,
and then he's not gonna be there all summer. But the TKO thing, there's been some I was gonna talk about it, but there's some releases that happened. New Day, they got released. Well, they didn't get released. It was a mutual thing because they wanted them to restructure their contract. And the New Day pretty much said, no, we're not going to do that. So they mutually parted ways. So, and to be clear, you know what I'm saying? As much as this sucks, and I hate to see the New Day leave, but they weren't really doing nothing with them in the first place. They had a great heel turn against Big E, and then they just never did anything with it. They didn't book it right. They just kind of left them in the wayside, and it was nothing. And even with Kofi, they were starting to build stuff for Kofi and Javon Evans, looking like that, Javon was going to be the one to get Kofi back to being Kofi Kingston, and maybe Xavier Woods will follow along. I don't know. But they had a storyline there, a real storyline. And then it was just like, I guess they was like, we want to restructure deals, and which I don't understand. Like TKO looks like they trying to do what they did with UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Keep all the money for themselves and lowball these wrestlers, and these wrestlers ain't gonna go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, they're not gonna go for that. They'll gladly leave, especially the more well-established people. They'll leave, you know what I'm saying, and go somewhere else. And there's too many options out here for these wrestlers nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Whereas in UFC, yeah, there's other places, but there's no other UFC. You know what I'm saying? To put them on big platforms. Whereas you can go to AEW, you can even go to TNA, you can go to MLW, you can go to New Japan Wrestling. Like, you got other platforms where you can make real good money from your name, get booked, and they're gonna pay you. Mm-hmm. So I just think that it's an unfortunate situation, but we've had this conversation about TKO. They've been doing some, crazy stuff lately, and making some releases and getting rid of people. So We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what's up, man.
But I'm not making nothing out of the Roman Reigns situation. I just think he don't want to go out of the state.
Yeah, nah. All right, man. Next up, man, we got a little breaking news, man. McDonald's is set to eliminate self-serving soda stations nationwide by 2032, citing changing consumer habits. Man, what are your thoughts with this new change with McDonald's, and will this be the future trend?
What do you mean? What does that mean? We can't get our own drinks?
Yeah, they won't have self-serving stations. You'll have to get it from the counter. Yeah, so
that's some bullshit.
Yeah, by 2032. So
what if I want a refill, dog?
They stated that the dining has slowly decreased, saying that they get more drive-through sales than anything else. So they're stating that is one of the reasons why they are getting rid of. I see that. So maybe they might do a situation where you can order it and they might do free refills or something like that. Maybe they'll do a situation like that. You just got to go to the counter. So
we'll see.
Which is kind of interesting because they're kind of trying to get away from the register by you ordering on like one of those mobile things or like computerized things. So then who's gonna? And I get it. I don't know, man. It's just we're.
But you can still, because there's people still behind the counter, so you probably still can go up to them.
Yeah, you probably still, and then they'll probably just give you a free refill or something like that. All right, keep it going, man. We got Sean surrounding. He broke that the Dallas Mavericks are hiring Masai Ujiri to take over as the team's president and alternate governor for the Dallas Mavericks. Ujiri ran the Toronto Raptors from 2013 to 2025, serving as the architect to the 2019 NBA championship. Man, how do you like this move with the Dallas Mavericks? With everything that's been going on with the Luka Doncic trade, they decided to go with Masai Ujiri as the guy to lead the future of this team and build this team.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie and act like I know anything about this brother, but hey, man, a black man in the front office, I'm all for it. Let's go.
I'll say this: Masai Ujiri is known for the 2019 championship with the Toronto Raptors. Me personally, I think he is a little overrated. Me personally, a lot of people think he's like this great president, but he did leave a lot to be desired. If he didn't hit on the Kawhi Leonard thing, which was a big risk at the time because we all knew that he was going to leave at the end of the year. I don't know. I just think Masai Ujiri, he's a good president. I don't consider him elite like a Bob Myers or anything like that. I wouldn't put him on that forefront. All right, man. Couple more. Next up, we have Paramount. Man, they announced that it will end Love and Hip Hop franchise after 15 years. Obviously, we all know Paramount as being the main people who did get Warner Brothers and stuff like that. So, what are your thoughts with this?
I didn't watch that show, so. They don't hurt my feelings.
No, but I'll say this: it does leave a thing where I think that Paramount is slowly trying to get rid of black entertainment as a whole.
That part
is more of the concerning thing. Like, am I a big Love and Hip Hop guy? No, I used to watch it a little bit every now and then, especially when Joe Budden was on it. But I just think it's going to be kind of eye opening to see what shows they decide to keep and what shows they decide to cancel.
Somebody else is gonna pick that show up. He makes too much money.
Nah, yeah, for sure. We'll see what happens.
Tyler Perry's gonna pick it up on BET.
Anyways, yeah, we'll see what's up. Last but not least, man, Evan Sidery, he's an NBA reporter. He cited that there is overwhelming belief that the NBA's future expansion team in Las Vegas will begin hosting games at T-Mobile Arena in 2028. T-Mobile Arena, where the Golden Knights and USC host, would be the short-term home for the new franchise as a new state-of-the-art facility is being built. What are your thoughts with this, man? Do you think this is the right move, or do you think they should just get the
No, it's the right move. Let's get the games going at T-Mobile. You got the arena right there. It's easy access. You can start selling tickets and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I don't see no problem with that.
No, I think there's even reports that the owner of the Golden Knights is trying to make a big splash and being the owner of the NBA franchise too. So maybe that could go. Maybe that's something that's co-aligned with each other. So, but yeah, man, that's it for random news. The second part will be on Wednesday.
For sure. All right, man, let's talk about it, man. We had some big boxing matches this weekend, past weekend. You had Junto Nakatani versus Inoue. And then you had David Benavidez versus Zurdo Ramirez. We'll start with the Inoue and Nakatani fight. I'll say this, you know what I'm saying? I like Junto. I think Nakatani is a very good fighter. He deserved this fight. I just thought that he waited too long to let go of that right hand. I thought he waited too long to get going. He didn't start really getting going to that ninth round where he started putting those combinations. And I get it. He was probably didn't want to get knocked out because we all know that the monster does have power. But I just thought that if he had started a little earlier, maybe like the sixth, seventh round, maybe we might have a different discussion. I do think that in the 10th round, when that cut above his eye, I did think it affected him going into that 11th round, and that's where not Inoue took advantage of that and put together a very good 11th round, and then the 12th round, it was kind of back and forth. But I had Inoue winning 116, 112. Like I said, I just thought Nakatani waited a little bit too long to start cooking. If he had cooked a little earlier, or maybe even the cut didn't happen, maybe he has something in the 11th and 12th round and makes it interesting, and maybe it's a draw. But I thought Inoue pretty much won this fight, and like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing these two get it on again. But we all know that they're trying to shoot for him and Bam next year. But I'm not mad at him fighting Nakatani one more time, maybe later this year or top of next year. But I also wouldn't be mad at him fighting somebody like a Shushu Carrington either. So those are my thoughts.
Look, man, I thought the Inoue Nakatani fight was a great boxing fight. I thought at the end of the day, like, people, I don't know. I think people are trying to make it seem like Inoue was actually doing something in those earlier rounds. I don't think he was doing anything. Like, was he a little bit more active in a sense? But he wasn't touching Nakatani for the most part. A lot of that was touching his gloves or his arms. So I think a lot of those rounds, especially in the early ones, if you want to give it to Inoue based on just activity, I understand. But I think some of those, especially in the 5th, 6th, and 7th round, where I personally thought that Nakatani was getting a little bit more comfortable, and I get it, he probably wasn't really throwing more until probably like that 9th round. I think those were a lot even rounds, you know what I mean? Me personally. So I think the feints and the jabs of him trying to get Inoue at bay and try to understand his movement, his speed, you could clearly see that Inoue was the faster fighter. But I think once Nakatani found his groove, I thought he was the better boxer, me personally. Like, he was actually connecting. He was actually using his distance to the proper manner. He was actually connecting with some certain punches where I thought it might have rocked Inoue just a little bit. Not saying he was dazed or anything like that, but he did clip him a couple really good times. And then I think that headbutt just really killed the momentum, man. I really personally think that if Nakatani didn't get that headbutt and that momentum was still going on, I think we were heading towards a draw. Me personally, I don't think he would have won it, because I think Inoue means so much to boxing in a sense that it would be like you would have to dominate or knock out Inoue for him to lose. So I think it would have been more of a draw in a sense to me. But I shout out to Inoue for actually, responding. Like, he took advantage of the situation with the head, but obviously it was clear accident. It wasn't like Inoue did it on purpose or anything like that. But I think it did just show Nakatani, me personally, that what I told Cris before, I personally thought that Nakatani just overlooked that fight he went through the last one where he looked beat up, where he potentially probably should have lost that fight, honestly, ahead of it anyway. And it showed who Nakatani was. I really would love to see a rematch between those two, because I think Nakatani really has a better understanding of his speed and his style in the ring, and I think he will be better to assess it. And as Cris was stated, maybe be a little bit more active, a little bit more sooner, and see what happens. And hopefully we don't have like a headbutt situation where the blood gets inside, he can't really see. Hopefully we don't have that situation, but we get it. Boxing is boxing. But anyway, I thought this was a great demonstration amongst both fighters. We both saw both styles kind of be active, but congratulations anyway. Well-deserved win. Hopefully we get the rematch. If it's Bam, I'll take that too. But I think Nakatani deserves a rematch. He's earned that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'll say this about Inoue. Do I think he's a really good fighter? I do. But do I think he's this untouchable force that everybody's talking about? No.
He's not. He's not.
I don't think he's that. And I think that the higher the competition that he's fighting, I think we're starting to see that. I'm not saying that he's not good, because we've seen him get knocked down and he came back and it looked like it lit a fire in his ass and he knocked dude down, or, went in there and won the fight. And even in this fight, I thought he had some high quality moments in this fight. But I do think that there's some people that can get him.
I think it's time for.
I think Shushu and Bam are too.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I think it's time that they push for the superstardom of Inoue. They need to do it quicker than later because I think they're waiting too long. Because it's going to be a time where we've seen in multiple times that Inoue can get clocked and he will go down. Like it's not like he has this chin that is just indestructible. Nah, he has power that looks like it's indestructible, but that chin is made out of glass. We've seen it time and time again. Now he responds very well off of that, but I think it's time they need to really start pushing him more in the States. I really do. I think shout out to Japan. I think they deserve this fight. Congratulations to the numbers. I think this was like the most sold pay-per-view in Japan history. I think it sold over 500. Well deserved. Japan, congratulations. If you get the rematch, you deserve that too. But if it's Bam, you need to start pushing Inoue in the States, man. You need to get him to superstar status. I think you are leaving a lot on the table with Inoue when you keep putting him in spots where it's hard for the American consumer to be invested into Inoue because of the times. Luckily, I woke up. Luckily, I had to be up early for me. And luckily, I'm a boxing fan where I was invested, where I wanted to see this fight. So I will go out my way to watch it. But for him to be a household name, they need to be more apparent about that. He's a superstar in Japan. You got that established. Now let's start establishing him in Europe. Let's start establishing him in the States, in Mexico, and Canada. Like he can be the next Manny Pacquiao. I've said that time and time again. He gives you a lot of Manny Pacquiao as far as like his style, his movement, his speed, his power. He gives you a lot of that. Now, is he as charismatic as Pacquiao? I don't know because we don't really ever see him talk like that. You know what I mean?
Oh no, he was long-winded as shit. In the post match,
I didn't watch the post match, but I didn't watch the post match.
Even a whole dissertation after this shit. Shut up.
But was it like personable though? Was it like something like, all right, like he talking his shit, or is just like, oh, I'm just kind of going through my rounds of thinking?
He kept saying the same thing. I appreciate everybody coming out, blah 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 blah. I mean, it was at a point where usually the commentator do this. He had the mic in his hand, like, grab that shit. Like, I got this, player. Go on somewhere.
I get it, man. He the king of Japan, so he can do whatever he wants. I
don't know. He's very charismatic.
But yeah, I don't want to keep repeating it, but they need to really hop on this train before it gets left, man. Because if he gets knocked out in Japan and kills all that lust, then it's just kind of like, all right, well, you left a lot on the table. You left a lot of money on the table. You know what I mean? You left a bigger legacy on the table. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and he ain't getting younger. Like he's 33 years old. So
yeah, he's not.
He's in his prime year. You might want to get it while you can. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. There's a lot of big money fights out there, and people are willing to see it, man. He could be the next superstar.
For sure. Then we had David Benavidez versus Zurdo Ramirez. Look, man, David Benavidez is the best pound for pound boxer right now.
Ain't even close right now. It's not even close. It's not.
Shout out to Zurdo, man. Dude got heart, and he tried to stick in there as long as he could, man. But that punch of power is just hitting him too hard. That speed was just too much for him, and he just couldn't. He couldn't stop it. And the power traveled with David Benavidez too. So, like I said, he's the best pound for pound right now. You've already seen the reports that the Turk Al-Sheikh is already trying to push for him and Usyk next year. And normally I would be like, I would like him to kind of clean up his division first, but I get it because Usyk is getting older. Usyk is 39 years old, so he's not getting no younger himself. He'll be 40 by the time they fight. So they got to try to squeeze that lemon while they can. I will say this. I would like to see my man David Benavidez maybe get a tune-up in heavyweight before he goes to Usyk. I would like to see him fight like a Richard Torres or somebody like that. Just to give me a precursor.
I don't know why you need to see that. You don't need to see that. You don't need to see that. Richard Torres ain't gonna do shit with Benavidez. He's not. Like we got. I get it. We're seeing something that we have not seen before, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but what we saw yesterday. Like brother is getting better as he's getting bigger. He hasn't lost speed. He's gaining power. He took some hits, and took it like it was nothing. Again, he's pound for pound the best. You can throw Bivol. Bivol ain't winning. You can give me Bitter Beef. Bitter Beef ain't winning. He's Bivol to me is too small, and he's not fast enough. The movement could be a little bit awkward with him, but I think at the end of the day, Benavidez would wear him down with his size. Bitter Beef, he has the power, but again, the speed would demolish him, and the size would demolish him.
I think I think you sleeping on my man Bill.
I'm not. I like Bivol. Bivol's a hell of a fighter. He has not bitter. I'm telling you, dog. Benavidez is a different breed, bro.
Yeah.
He's a different breed. That's why I'm saying go straight to Usyk. I think Usyk will be an amazing fight. Do I know who would win that fight? I do not know who would win that fight. Do I want to see Benavidez fight like Tyson Fury? No. I think Tyson Fury is just too big for him in a sense like that. I don't think that would be good. But I think
he has a section of heavyweights that he needs to fight. The guys are like in that 220 range.
Yeah.
225 range. He can fight those guys. That's Usyk. Usyk is 225. He was a former cruiserweight before he moved up. So
for sure.
That's why I said a Richard Toyes or Moses. Those guys are like 220. Those are the guys he need to stay in the range for. I know you like. I'm not saying fight this dude, Jared Anderson. He's 220. Like those are the guys he need to be.
No, I feel you. I
don't want to see you fighting. Worley. I don't want to see you fighting Dubois. I don't want to see you fighting none of them dudes. Them dudes are 250 and up.
Nah.
Stay away from that.
Yeah, stay away from them. Stay away from them. Stay away from like I think he'll beat Anthony Joshua, but like me, this is me personally. I think he will beat Anthony Joshua.
Stay away from Joshua.
But no, like I think Usyk will be the best.
Nah.
Bacole, nah. But
he's too slow, but them punches to bounce off him like
nah, facts. But I don't know. You never know. But at the end of the day, Usyk will be the best. But what I think is going to happen is I think they're going to try to push for the Bivol fight. I think that's what they're going to honestly do. I think they're going to do that because that's where the money is. And then I think the Usyk fight will be the one that will happen probably next Cinco de Mayo.
It's either going to be Bivol or they are going to push for the other dude in cruiserweight.
Who?
The dude that's over in, he does have the Ring Magazine belt, but
the Zuffa one?
Yeah.
He got to figure out his Zuffa contract first. I don't know. I just think that with Dana White, I think that one would be a little bit harder and a little bit more interesting to see if they would make that fight happen. Honestly.
Yeah, but like I said, he does have the Ring Magazine. I think has a Ring Magazine championship. So.
Yeah. But Benavidez is a clear pound for pound number one. He is. He's ahead of Shakur.
Look, I'm the one that said
Terrence Crawford is retired.
I'm the one that said all before this talk that was my conspiracy theory that they were trying to set up David Benavidez and Usyk.
Ain't no conspiracy theory. He earned it. He earned that shit.
When I say conspiracy, what I say is him moving up to cruiserweight and then seeing how he looked at cruiserweight, that was going to determine. Okay, maybe we can push him to Usyk because Usyk really doesn't have. I mean, we'll see if he faces the Moses dude because the Moses dude just knocked somebody out, and I know that's who they've been trying to push for. But I think they want maybe Benavidez because he's rising as his stardom is rising. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why they wanted to push for Benavidez and Canelo because they thought, that's the passing of the torch. Where Canelo was like, fuck no, I ain't fucking fighting that big ass dude.
Yeah, Canelo, look, and I know he called out Canelo, but Canelo don't want that problem. He don't want that problem. I agree with you, like, as far as like the conspiracy theories, because at the end of the day, I think the heavyweight division was at such a lull. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was really no big matchups out there for him. Like, okay, yeah, he can. Like, yeah, it's good that Tyson Fury's back. It's great that we're going to get the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight, but we all know the result of that fight. We all know Tyson Fury will most likely win that fight. Anthony Joshua isn't the same anymore. You know what I mean? And besides that, do we all want to see another Usyk Fury fight? Maybe there might be some people that do, but I think David Benavidez brings a breath of fresh air, especially with his superstardom, him bringing the Mexican fan base to him, his veracity, the way he talks on the mic. He has all the characteristics of being he is a superstar. He's officially a superstar in boxing. He officially took over the Cinco de Mayo date. He officially took over the Mexican the September date. for Mexican Independence Day. Like he took all that. So it's going to be interesting. You know, he kind of I thought it was an interesting question. I don't know if you saw it where they kind of asked a question about obviously Canelo's fighting on that September date. Is he going to push for that? Is that his date from here on out? I think that would be an interesting thing, but we're never going to see Canelo Benavidez. We're never. Canelo, he don't have the stomach for that, and he's just going to set himself up for success until he finishes out this contract, and then he can go be happy.
He's going to fight Mobila. We all heard the announcement. He's fighting Christian Mobila, and then he's going to probably fight the Saudi Arabian dude. I forgot his name.
Yeah, and that'll be it.
And that'll be in Rada, Saudi Arabia next year.
And then he can retire off in the sunset. You know what I mean? So that's what's going to be.
We also saw Errol Spence and Tim Zhu press conference. You know, it's good to see Errol Spence get up there, you know, talk about, you know, the 3-year layoff and how he had time to, you know, reassess his mind and get his mind right, get right with his family and all that good stuff, and just kind of recharge his battery, man. And hopefully, you know, that reset will help him, you know, get back to being the Errol Spence that we all come to love. Because me and Maul are big, huge Errol Spence fans. You know, he's one of the fighters that, you know, I love watching. You know what I'm saying? Dude is always going to bring action-packed fights. So I'm excited to see him back in the ring against Tim Zhu. And, yeah, man, hopefully he gets back to being the Errol Spence that we all come to love, so we can get some better, you know, some higher-ranking fights after this fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, for sure.
So, all right, man. You got anything else?
Nah, man. I don't have anything else.
All right, man. Who gets your flowers of the week?
Flowers of the week. Who gets my flowers of the week? I don't know. I ain't got no love for y'all today.
Yeah, I ain't really gonna. I'll give flowers to my daughter. It was her prom this weekend.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
What I'm saying? She had the Princess Tiana dress, looking like Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog. So I'm gonna give my love to my youngest daughter. She's gonna be graduating next month soon. So it was her prom this weekend. So I want to give a shout out to her.
For sure.
What did he say? Oh, yeah. Golden Temple came from 12 to win it.
Mm-hmm. What they say? He was like 25-1 or something like that.
23 to 1. I knew I should have sprinkled some money on somebody. Damn.
Didn't I say Golden Temple was going to win? I could have swore I said that to you.
You did not. Don't stop.
I could have swore I said that. I could have swore I said Golden Temple was going to win.
You did not.
Swore. You gave me the list of names. I like Golden Temple. Sound like a winning name. That sound like a winning name.
I don't remember that.
I did. I could have swore. I remember Golden Sun. I said, it was like, yeah, that sound like the winning name. That sound like a winning name. I'm gonna say Golden Sun. I think it was Golden Temple, dog.
Nah, you trying to take credit for
Golden Temple, bro. Yeah, shout out to Golden Temple. Shout out to the. I think she was the first woman trainer to win the Kentucky Derby 2, I believe.
And I think the jockey was the brother of one of the other ones.
Yeah,
like the one that came in second place.
Yeah.
Siblings.
Yeah. Shout out to Golden Temple, man. That was an amazing call. I did see I didn't see the actual race, but I saw the replay of it. Man. It was a good race. Great race.
All right, man. Who gets your hell no?
My hell no. Obviously, you can go to the same person every day, but we're gonna give it to Jaylen Brown this week. He did have a stream a day after he lost to the 76ers 3-1. Went on stream, started saying some crazy stuff where he started dissecting the game, trying to justify some of his actions, who he passed it to. Then he went on this whole little thing that Joel Embiid flops a lot. Sir, you do the same thing. Sir, you guys are the leading three-point shoot takers. Sir, that is the reason why you guys don't go to the free throw line, because all you guys do is shoot threes. So you guys aren't going to go to the free throw line. You aren't going to get those calls. It's just the way you guys are. You guys were built to be a 3-point shooting team, and you guys do nothing else. You have no inside game. You don't have no inside out game. It's just threes or bust. Sir, that's the why you lost. Jaylen Brown, you're an amazing guy. You're a very smart individual. You know this. Going on that stream did not help you. Certain instances of what you said where you thought this was the most enjoyable season for yourself, it just seems to me you're kind of stating that you're ready to have your own team. And sir, if that's what you want to do, you have every right. You have earned the right to be the head of your own team. But just know that sometimes the grass ain't greener. You have a great individual, a great partner in Jason Tatum, who you have won a championship with, who you've been very, very successful with, who's coming off of surgery, who looks like he's going to be fine. He's going to be back to his normal self. Sir, you have the opportunity to pair up with him and win. I don't want to see it, but have the opportunity to win championships with him. I suggest you understand this. I suggest you be mindful of that. You know what I mean? You get traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, sir. You may not be happy about that. You could go to the Atlanta Hawks and you might have a chance, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot. You know what I mean? Just be mindful of that. But yeah, Jaylen Brown gonna get the hell no.
My hell no goes to Erica Kirk.
Oh yeah, I saw her little thing. Yeah, I saw her little thing.
Ma'am, I know you're going through a lot lately. I know you lost your husband and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, I ain't trying to talk about your husband.
Nah. Condolences.
I have my issues with his views, but
yeah,
I don't think no person should die over their opinions and views.
No.
But you becoming you're making yourself a parody.
Yeah.
Like you're making yourself a mockery. You gotta stop this now. Like the clip, the stuff that I saw from that podcast you shot, you know what I'm saying? You trying to push this victimized thing. Like, look, you're doing it to yourself. And don't be surprised if Saturday Night Live get your ass on this.
You get another Drewski skit.
That too. But I think Drewski gonna let that breathe. Like, I already did what I needed to do with that.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think he gonna do it again.
But yeah, you're just becoming a parody of yourself. And you gotta chill out, man. You supposed to be going on vacation, they said. And you come back with this. Like, just
chill out with the fireworks too, man. Chill out with the fireworks.
Just go away. Just because you're not making yourself look good, man.
No, you're
just not. After your husband passed, it looking kind of funny.
And I get it, people mourn differently, but sometimes it's better just to mourn privately. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes you may do things out of the ordinary, you know.
You look a little happy now.
A little too happy.
A little too happy.
Candace Owens, man, she been going at her. She been going at her tough.
She is. Look,
she going at her tough.
I'm not the biggest Candace Owens person, but yeah.
Would you bag that?
No.
You wouldn't bag Candace Owens? She ain't bad looking. She not bad looking.
The person I'm bagging is my fiance.
Nah, that's true. My bad. Hey, clip that out. We don't need no problems. Because she gonna be mad at me. She don't watch this, does she?
I don't know.
Hey, God. Hey, if you
watching
do
it right now.
My bad. I'm
sorry.
at
work right now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that literally. I just, speaking like, let's just move on.
Yeah, for sure.
I got in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chris's future wife doesn't force him to give me hell no of the week next week.
That's funny. All right, y'all. If you want to donate to the Chris Mall podcast, you can donate to our Cash App, Chris Mall or $ Chris Mall podcast. We'll appreciate whatever you want to donate. Whatever streaming platform you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, whatever you use, we are available. First time watchers on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesdays 9-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time, jump it alive. You can talk about the top topics. We want to hear from you. We want to get your opinion, whether you agree with us, disagree with us. Tell us in the comments section. If you're listening on the playback, leave it in the comment section. We will answer you back because I see y'all. We see y'all in the comment section and on TikTok. Y'all vicious on TikTok. But go ahead and leave a comment so we can comment back.
What you mean they vicious on TikTok? What you mean?
Man, we hit a subject matter, boy. Two idiots on here. These motherfuckers don't know shit.
Damn, man, we almost made it though. We almost made it. We're almost there. Just need y'all to follow though. Follow.
Don't let it topic, boy.
Follow, man. Follow, man. Come on, dog.
Motherfuckers don't know what they talking about.
Who gets more hate, me or you?
It depends on the subject matter.
Depends
Whatever clip I post, because usually it's either clip post you talking or me talking. So it's just like whatever I clip. If it's a subject matter, oh yeah, they're going in.
I would be very curious to see like
Caitlin Clark. We're getting comments.
Oh, we get comments on the Caitlin Clark thing, like bad ones, like oh they don't know nothing.
Yeah, like the Raven Johnson going to I posted the reaction to that.
Who's that focused on you? Was that focused on you?
It was focused on both of us. The reaction, he was like, man, like that.
What'd they say?
It was like, oh yeah, no, nothing.
Oh man.
Everybody talking about that fever. But
shit, y'all gonna hate me this. Y'all gonna hate me this. Y'all gonna hate me this something, but
that's funny.
Y'all gonna hate me this something,
but whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, Facebook, whatever you use to do your social media on, follow us. We will follow you back. We're just some regular guys who like to talk sports, music, movies, and all kinds of various other things. If you have a feedback or critique, or if you have a question or topic, and we like said question or topic, we will bring it up. We will shout you out because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, emails, or our mention. All right, good people. Until Wednesday, hope you guys have a good couple days. We will be back to talk some more NBA playoffs. Get into some more, maybe some NFL news, give our WNBA predictions, and Mo's random news. So until Wednesday, we are gone.
Adios.